Welcome back to the show, everybody. We're here with Lisa and Cheryl today with the St. Landry Chamber of Commerce, and we're talking about the Soiree Royale, and we're doing a nice tapas dish with Lisa. Lisa, we talked about off the set about the apples that you're using. Is it this apple that's with the recipe, or can you use any other kind of apple?
Basically, the green apple is preferred. It's harder, so it doesn't wilt as much. A red apple gets a little bit mushy, and then also the tartness of the flavor combines well with the raisins that are sweet.
Oh, okay. That's interesting then. Okay, we'll go ahead and let you get started again, and then we'll go back again to Cheryl and talk more about Soiree Royale. Judges, who's going to be judging this show?
Judges, well, first I want to say there's always a guest chef every year for Soiree, and this year we're welcoming home Chef Paul Miller, who is with K. Paul's in New Orleans, but Chef Paul grew up here in Opelousas, and he will be the guest chef for that night. We also have a number of chefs and folks that work in the culinary industry who are serving as judges for the event. Another hometown person is Chef Marty Cosgrove.
He was the guest chef last year.
He was the guest chef last year, yes,
right.
he was. And so Marty's coming home for the event, which he usually tries to make all of them. He's going to be one of the judges, and he's with K. Paul's catering experience out of New Orleans. We're going to have Chef Joe Durio, who is with Evangeline Downs. He's one of the judges. Susan Ford, who is with Louisiana Kitchen magazine. She will be back this year as a judge.
I met her last year.
Yeah, she's great. She's fantastic, and a great magazine. Smiley Anders, who does a column for The Advocate, he will be there as a judge. And then also another one, Paul Ayo, who's with Ayo, I pronounced it incorrectly, who's with E's Kitchen out of Lafayette. He will also be there. And then Bruce Foods. We have like 3 or 4 folks from Bruce Foods that will be there as a
A lot of professionals.
Exactly, and it's kind of nice to get a combination of the actual chefs and then folks who work in the culinary industry, because they tend to look at things a bit differently, you know, based on what their position is.
So Lisa, what are we doing here?
Okay, so we coated the bottom of the pan with just a little bit of olive oil. You don't want it to be too heavy, but something just for the pine nuts to brown. So basically that's what we're doing right now. We're just browning the pine nuts.
Toast them a little bit, give them
exactly.
a little toast.
We're not really cooking them. Just want to have them a little bit brown. And I like to use tongs for this dish. It's really easy to grab things. It's not, a spatula would be a little bit hard, especially whenever we start doing the spinach. You'll see it's a lot easier to grab. And all the pieces that we have are small little pieces. So it's much easier when you can pick it up and just kind of grab it and flip it like this. So tongs are definitely recommended for this dish. So we're just kind of lightly toasting.
Kind of toasting them. In fact, if you want to have all the fresh ingredients that Lisa's using here today, you can go by your local Piggly Wiggly stores here in Opelousas. 2 locations to serve you.
8410 Highway 182 North,
Or,
1305 Heather Drive,
and,
or Highway 1 in Simsport.
yeah, sister store in Simsport. Don't forget about them right there on Highway 1.
I don't work at Piggly Wiggly.
That's very good. You
Just
know
saying.
that
You would think I do, but I don't.
Yeah.
That's right. And if you want a copy of the recipe, you can go to our website at kdcg.com and click on the What's Cooking show. And you have this wonderful recipe that'll be on the website soon.
Or if you want to be a guest, you can email us.
Yeah, that's right. Or come by your Piggly Wiggly stores and you can pick up a copy of the recipes there, or any other recipes done here on the show.
Or check out YouTube for some archived shows. This one will be, I'm not sure when, but eventually we'll hit the YouTube. And I'm not sure, we have a good bit of YouTube archived shows, so we'll check
And
that
if you
out.
want to see a lot of really good chefs, go to Soiree Royale. September the...
That'll be September 9th. Everything kicks off at 5:30. That's Monday evening, September 9th at Evangeline
We were talking
Downs.
about Paul Miller earlier. I actually did my internship at Paul Prudhomme's restaurant in 1997.
97.
And Paul Miller was the guy who actually, got me on board. Marty Cosgrove actually is the one that said, if you want in, I'll get you in. There's a list of waiting people. But you're the man. If you want to come, I'll hook you up. So Marty got me in.
What a great place to train, huh?
It was the top of my list, and you can try to get in as wherever you want, but there's not many people that will actually take you. And when I saw Marty was actually eating at the Steamboat on a Sunday for lunch.
Yeah.
And so we actually, I went out, didn't I tell Jason to come see? I went out there and he said, I heard you want to do the intern or whatever. I said, man, I'd love to go there. It's my first choice. He said, you got to know somebody and I'll get you in.
Very nice.
And Paul Miller was actually my boss.
Ready,
And,
yeah.
he was-
So, Lisa, what are we
he's
doing
awesome. I love it.
Great.
Okay, so once your pine nuts are toasted, you'll see they turn brown, a little light brown like this, if you can see that. So we want to put the apples in and the raisins in pretty much just to warm it. That's all we're doing. We're not cooking the apples, we're not cooking the raisins.
But you
we're
use
just warming it.
yogurt-covered raisins,
Yeah.
huh?
Mhm.
Something
It kind of
different.
melts in, so it does a nice coating.
Smells
Yeah.
wonderful.
Oh, it smells great.
So then now we've got everything pretty much warmed up. Our pine nuts are toasted. We're going to throw in the spinach. And basically this is a full bag, so as much as you want to eat or not eat, and you'll see how quickly the spinach wilts. So we're just going to toss that a few minutes. This whole dish probably takes maybe 3 minutes, not counting your prep work.
Yeah. But
So you
how
can
much
see
prep is involved in this, huh?
I mean, it's pretty much almost done. You just keep tossing it. You see how easy it is with the tongs? You'd have a hard time with the spatula.
Simple.
So very simple, very easy.
And it looks pretty.
And we're done. It's pretty much done. So we'll go ahead and do a couple of plates. Like this, comme ça.
It's not done yet until I get a fork. That's amazing. All right.
Yeah, it's a nice quick dish.
Very simple.
Have another one. It's very simple.
It
It's
smells
got-
awesome.
Oh, it smells
It's got a lot of just
yogurt-
healthy. It's a very healthy dish too.
The yogurt kind of melts.
It does. It
Salts the
melts it and
raisin
it coats it.
Kind of gives it a
So
little
we'll put
glaze.
this in. Yeah. And then our feta is Mo-Betta cheese. We'll go ahead and just garnish that up. And then one other thing that we can do, I have a lemon right here. So what we could do, if you like lemon, you could spice it up or juice it up with a little bit of lemon.
Want me to cut it?
If you would like.
You could even put some
And that's
lemon
just a
zest.
preference.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and wait till the next segment.
We'll do
put
for the lemon?
and everything else.
Okay.
And we'll take a
Okay.
short break and come back for more What's Cooking in just a few minutes.
All right.